Oh, so we're really about to go there, huh? The Miami Dolphins linked to Cooper Kupp? The moment his name even whispers onto the trade market, fans go wild, analysts start throwing out hypotheticals, and suddenly, everyone's playing fantasy GM. And sure, on the surface, the idea is intoxicating. Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, a three-headed monster of elite route running, breakaway speed, and matchup nightmares. Sounds like a dream, right? But let's pump the brakes for a second, because when you actually think about this, when you really start peeling back the layers, this move isn't as picture-perfect as it seems. Oh, I get it. The idea is fun. You imagine Tua Tagovailoa stepping back, surveying the field, and seeing not one, not two, but three wide receivers who can effortlessly create separation. Defenses in absolute disarray. Secondaries stretched to their breaking points. Safeties frantically trying to decide whether to double Hill or shade over to Waddle, leaving Kupp to just feast on single coverage. It's a terrifying concept for opposing teams. But is it necessary for Miami? Does it actually make this team better in the ways they need? Let's get one thing straight. The Dolphins do need another reliable wide receiver. That's not even a debate. The search for a consistent third option behind Hill and Waddle has been ongoing, and frankly, it's been frustrating. Last season, the Dolphins thought they had something in Odell Beckham Jr. Well, that experiment never even got off the ground. Cedric Wilson Jr., inconsistent at best, invisible at worst. Braxton Berrios, a solid piece, but not the kind of guy who tilts the field. And then there's Malik Washington, the rookie who showed flashes, but are we really going to pretend a sixth-round pick is the long-term answer? That's a hope, not a plan. So yes, the need is there. But let's ask the real question. Is Cooper Kupp the right answer? Because this is where things start to get complicated. What Miami truly lacks isn't another quick, technical route runner. They've already got that in abundance. What they need is a big-bodied receiver, someone who can dominate in contested catch situations, who can box out defenders, who can be that physical presence in the red zone. Kupp is an exceptional talent. No one is questioning that. His precision, his separation, his intelligence on the field, it's elite. But doesn't Miami already have two guys who bring those same elements? Tyreek Hill is a human joystick. Jalen Waddle is a blur. What Miami doesn't have is a T. Higgins type, a DK Metcalf type, someone who forces defenses to respect size and strength, not just speed and quickness. If the Dolphins are going to add a receiver, shouldn't it be someone who actually brings something different to the table? And then there's the money. Because, folks, this isn't Madden. You can't just stack talent on top of talent without real-world consequences. There's a salary cap. Miami has already committed major money to the wide receiver position. Tyreek Hill is one of the highest-paid non-quarterbacks in the entire league. Jalen Waddle, his payday is coming, and it's going to be massive. You don't draft a guy 6th overall, watch him turn into a star, and then not extend him. That's not how this works. Waddle will get paid, and Miami needs to plan for that. Now, add Kupp's contract into the mix. That's not just stretching the cap. That's suffocating it. It means even less flexibility to address other needs. And let's be honest, this team has needs. The offensive line was inconsistent at best. The running game disappeared when it mattered most. Injuries derailed everything. Does Cooper Kupp fix any of that? No. And we haven't even talked about the cost in draft capital. The Dolphins aren't sitting on a treasure trove of picks. Trading for Kupp means giving up assets that could be used to address actual holes. This defense, it needs reinforcements. The offensive line, it needs investment. The running game, it needs more depth. If Miami is going to spend big, whether in cap space or draft picks, shouldn't it be on something that fixes what actually went wrong last season? And look, I get it. Kupp is a star. He'd make Miami's offense even more dangerous. But let's be honest, was offense the problem last season? Did Miami fail because they lacked weapons? No. They failed because they got bullied in the trenches when it mattered. They failed because the run game disappeared when they needed balance. They failed because, when the postseason arrived, they simply weren't as complete as the teams built to win deep in January. So let's ask the uncomfortable question. Would Cooper Kupp be the missing piece? Would he be the guy that gets Miami over the hump? And that's where the argument falls apart. Because as exciting as the idea sounds, the reality is clear. Miami's problems run deeper than adding another receiver. If they're going to go all in, it has to be for the right player. And as talented as Cooper Kupp is, he's not that guy.